Matthew 14:22. After Jesus fed 5,000 people, Jesus went up to the mountain to pray, to have like his personal time with God. The disciples took the boat and went to the lake. Some of them were tax collectors, but also there are others that they were fishermen. Like they are used to be in boats, they're used to be in a storm, they're used to like catch fishes, catch all these things. But like the waves start to going inside the boat, the wind started like blowing super hard, and they start to freak out a little bit. Like Jesus decided to go walking towards them. But when the disciples saw him, they freaked out, they were terrified. They said, "There is a ghost!" And they cry out in fear. But Jesus immediately, he told them, "Take heart, it is I, do not fear." And Peter, in front of the bed, imagine him like, "Jesus, if it's you, let me walk in front of you." And Peter looked at Jesus and he make the first step, walk in the water, perfect, the second one. But when he stopped looking at Jesus, he started like realizing that he was like walking on the water. But when Peter took his side from Jesus, he started realizing the waves and the wind that was like blowing toward him. He freaked out and he starts to sink. And he cried out, "Lord, save me!" Like, "Lord, save me!" Like, "Lord, save me!" And Jesus like ran out, like took him. "You got a little faith." "Peter, why did you doubt?" Like they were the disciples. They were walking with Jesus all the time. They were walking with him. They know him. They just saw like the miracle of feeding 5,000 people from nothing. And for me, this story is like super relevant because it's like God is calling us to set our focus in him. Like, if the focus is on me, you can save me. If the focus is another thing, I'm gonna be blurred. So that's our vision. That's how the camera works. That's how life works. What are you putting your focus is what you're gonna see. Jesus is calling Peter to, even in the harsh situation, in the midst of the waves or the wind like just crashing over you, just set your eyes on him. Just trust, have faith on him. Do not fear. Fear and faith are mutually exclusive. Fear cancels faith, and faith cancels fear. So in what are we putting our focus? Are we focusing ourselves in fear, or are we focusing ourselves in faith? If you keep your eyes on Jesus, your faith is gonna help you to walk on the water. But also, it's gonna help you to overcome any circumstance that life brings. Set your focus in Jesus and do not fear.
Rocking your halo like a snapback, cause you hang with ghetto angels.